Stupid. Just for the killing. Not for food, not for anything. Just for the stupid, senseless killing.
We haven't had trouble with poachers in a long time. I wonder where these came from.
It's just one. See? There was just one horse.
Yeah.
Bill, you go back and join Adam and horse, will you? I'm gonna follow these tracks for a spell.
Maybe I better go with you. This fellow seems pretty free with a gun.
Oh, you got a lot of work to do. Your brothers will need your help. Besides, any man do a thing like this isn't any backbone anyway. You get along, Joseph.
Sure you don't want me to go with you?
I'll be all right.
You watch yourself out.
Yeah. You in there? Come on out. I'm Ben Cartwright. You've been poaching on my land. Now come on out. Want some?
No, all I want to do is get home.
How far did you say that was from Sacramento?
When I left, it was 48 miles. I don't figure it's moved in the last 5 years.
It's a cinch you ain't. When you get to that way station tomorrow, you can fork off to Dry Bluff. Shouldn't take you more than a day to get there.
Look, Gannon, you got us this far. That's enough. I don't need no more organizing.
Hey, come on out of it. You'll be home tomorrow.
Yeah, what kind of problem you got? You gone 3 lousy years. What can happen to a farm?
Yeah, look at me. Had a wife, a store, a good business. Now I lost 5 years out of my life. Anybody out there? Been shot. Guy riding him must have been shot, too. We better get out of here.
Why should we run? We ain't done nothing.
Well, maybe not. But you still got the smell of Huntsville prison on you. We all have. It's in that suit of clothes they gave you. When you start asking questions, the finger's gonna end up pointing right here.
I've heard that. Once you've served time, they don't let you forget it.
It ain't gonna be like that. Not where I come from.
Well, you can stay if you want to. I'm getting out of here. Not that I got anything to hide.
Yeah, how do we know that? You was out hunting by yourself all afternoon.
Well, so are you. And you come back with game.
We all did.
Yeah, we're all in this together. So let's get out of here. We'll keep the horse. That way we'll get a little extra time in case they come looking for it.
Well, he's lame. Only thing he's gonna do is hold us up.
Well, all right. All right, let him go, but hurry up about it.
some poachers this afternoon. We were worried about him when his horse came limping in with his saddle on.
We rode back out to Oak Draw where Joe saw our Paul the last time. Found a campfire there. Looked like 2 or 3 men had been around. Found some of Paul's horse tracks there, but we didn't see no sign of our Paul.
We should have tried looking for him right away.
Joe, you can't track men in the dark. You know that. We'd have just been fumbling around out there.
Now, boys, what makes you so sure your pa's dead?
Roy, that's my pa's blood on that saddle. He was killed by some stinking lousy poacher.
Just a minute.
We found this in some ashes around the campfire.
That's for prison.
That's right. Roy, if my pa found men like that, convicts, poachers, they wouldn't think any more about killing him than they would shooting a deer.
I believe you're right. Boys, here's what we're going to do. First off, I'm going to wire Huntsville. I'll find out if there's any prisoners been released or escaped from there lately. Then I'm going to get a posse. And I'm going to start looking for your pa. I know it ain't going to be easy to get a posse together this time of night, but I'll get some. Believe me that. You boys can wait here.
No, Roy, we're not going to do any waiting. We're going back to the campsite. It'll be dawn by the time we get there and we just start tracking.
Now, you just hold on. That's all right if you want to go looking for him. But if you find him, remember, that's a case of the law. You remember that.
Just get your posse together.
Howdy.
Howdy. Our name's Cartwright. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
No, I don't answer no questions.
That's important, all right?
Look, I just mind my relay horses and mind my own business, and that's all.
Well, look, I said we want to talk to you, old man.
Now, look, you go fly a fish. I'm not scared of you.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. What's your name?
Pete's my name.
Pete. We've been riding all night. We're kind of tired. My younger brother here's a little tireder and a little touchier than the rest of us, so... What he's trying to say is that we want to buy some information.
Oh, well, that makes a mighty difference. You know, gee, this must have been my lucky day. You know, early this morning, 3 other fellas came in here, and they gave me $1, too.
Other fellows? What fellows?
Well, they rode in about dawn, and they gave me $1 to fix them up with some coffee and some beans.
Well, that's what we want to know. Now, was there another man with him, an older man with gray hair?
No, they were just young fellas, and they were in an awful hurry.
How many of them were there?
3. 3 young fellas, all hungry and all in a hurry.
What'd they look like?
Well, I don't know. You see, last week I broke my glasses, so I couldn't tell you what they looked like.
What else do you know, aside from the fact that they were young?
Let me see. Yeah, there was one. There was one they called Page. And then there was another fella, and he didn't have a coat.
What else?
Well, while they were eating their victuals, I took the horses down to the water trough to water them. And I noticed there was a rifle on one of the saddles, all covered in oilskin. I took a look at it, and it sure was a mighty fine rifle.
I ought to see on it.
Yeah, it sure did. In silver. Does that mean something?
Yes, it does. Now, do you remember which one of them had the gun?
No. 3 men got on 3 horses and rode away. That's all.
Which way?
Oh, you see, they went every which way.
Give us a straight answer, will you, please?
I gave you a straight answer. They all went in different directions. One fellow went up the mountain towards Kobe, another one went west, and another went south. That's what I meant. They went every which way.
All right, this is where we split up.
Look, fella. What have they done?
Kill our pa.
They killed your pa? Well, if I'd known that, I never would have took nothing from them. Not a cent.
Which one do you want, Joe?
Take the one up to Kobe.
I'll head south.
You're gonna kill him? You're gonna kill him like they killed your pa?
Let's go.
Now, you're going to be all right, mister. You got Jacob J. Dorman's word on it.
Where am I?
Right now, you're recovering from 2 bullet wounds. That will knock you out long enough for me to get the one out of your shoulder. Yeah, I'm glad you came, too. I was hoping for some company. We still got 20 miles to Carson City.
Carson City.
Easy, easy. I was still there day before yesterday. You cost me almost a whole day. I found you just off the trail. I couldn't leave you to bleed to death, and I was too far behind schedule to take you all the way back to Virginia City.
I gotta get back.
Are you in trouble with the law?
No. I gotta get back to my ranch. Just outside of Virginia City. Ponderosa.
Oh, the Ponderosa. Yeah, I think I heard of that. Do you think you can get to the wagon? All right, just take it easy. Move slowly. Slowly, that's it. Yes. Slowly. There, yeah, I'm rushing. All right. I got a friend in Carson City, a very good doctor. It might be smart to stop in and see him.
Yeah, it's too far. I gotta get back to my ranch, Ponderosa. I'm Ben Cartwright.
Well, once we get to Carson City, I'm sure you'll be
too far. My family will be worried. Oh.
I gotta get back to... I don't know. Carson City's always been a big stop for me.
Whatever it is up there.
Well, I might lose as much as $70 or $80.
Mr. Dorman, why did you say you might lose as much as $100 even?
Let's just say that. What's your family gonna think? You must have been gone 2 days now.
You say 2 days?
That's right. I tell you, it's been a job tending you. Getting you to swallow water.
You must be out of their minds with worry. You probably think I'm dead.
Maybe they're out looking for whoever it is who shot you.
Yeah. No, those boys of mine, they're intelligent men. They're grown men, intelligent. They wouldn't do anything rash. That oldest boy of mine, Adam, oh, he's real calm in an emergency. Real calm.
All right, let's try it again.
I told you, mister, I don't know nothing. I just said if there was some money in it, I might be able to get a hold of someone.
Well, I got a hold of you, and that's all I need. Now we'll try it once more. He should have come through here sometime yesterday. He came from Huntsville Prison.
Heavy set fella? 33, maybe? 34?
All I know is he's one of 3 men. His name might be Page, and he might be carrying a rifle with an inlaid stock.
How bad you want to know? Dollars and cents, and...
Save your money, mister. He can't tell you anything.
Is that right?
Yeah. Sure. Just trying to pick up a couple extra bucks.
Now, if you want to know anything, try me, mister. I get around town pretty good. And there's no charge. My name's Jeannie. Here. Compliments of the house. This man you're looking for. You said he came from Huntsville Prison? I suppose you're here to take him back.
No, I won't be taking him back.
Oh? Well, I think I know the man. He used to work here. He was in town the other day asking for his old job.
Where is he now?
They didn't have anything for him. But I slipped him a few dollars, and he said he was off for San Francisco.
San Francisco, huh?
That's right. He left yesterday.
Thank you for the information.
Well, aren't you going to use it?
There's plenty of time. I think I'd like to eat first.
Well, I have some errands to do. If you're still here when I get back, maybe you'll buy me a drink.
I consider that a pleasure, ma'am.
Just look at this yardage. All the way from Kansas City. Oh, you did a much better job of choosing it than I could have.
5 years wasn't enough, was it? You in that prison, and me waiting in that saloon.
What are you talking about?
There's a man in the bar looking for you. You did pull something on the way here, didn't you?
Honey, I swear to you.
Didn't you?
Well, there was this incident on the trail. It didn't amount to anything. I meant to tell you about it.
Why don't you tell me about it?
Who are you? What do you want? Hey, I didn't do anything.
Just tell me about it.
Well, there were 3 of us, and we were taking a shortcut across this ranch.
The Ponderosa.
Yeah, that was it. But we were just passing through. And that night, this horse came wandering into our camp. He had blood in his saddle. We got scared and we ran. Now, look, mister, I don't know what the rest of them did, but I didn't do anything, I swear to you.
You knew a man was hurt, and yet you didn't go looking for him, huh?
Well, we were scared. We just got out of prison. Now, who was going to believe us? Look, I know maybe we did the wrong thing running like that, but I didn't know who this fellow was, riding out there at night.
That was my father. He found you poaching. You shot him, you stole his rifle. We traced his horse back to your campfire.
No, you can't prove that. You can't prove any of that. You're just trying to shake me down for money. That's what it is, honey. You run on down and get the sheriff.
You almost did it, didn't you?
No, look, mister, I was out of my mind for a minute. 5 years in prison, just the chance of going back. Jeannie, tell him I wouldn't do anything like that.
I'm not interested in your character references.
No, please. I lost my head. I grabbed the gun.
Like maybe that was the way it happened that night, huh?
No.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll wait for you outside. You gotta come out sooner or later. And when you do, bring this with you.
Mister! Please. Now, think for a minute. Look, you think I killed your daddy and stole his gun. Now, why would I do a thing like that? What would I gain by it? Look, I got everything I want right here. I got a wife. Waited and worked for me for 5 years. We're starting fresh. Now, why would I want to shoot him? For a gun?
It must be a fine thing to be blessed by the Lord with 3 strong sons. Fine thing indeed. 3 strong lads can be quite a comfort to a man.
Yep. Quite a responsibility, too. Could you, get your horse to manage a livelier gait? I don't want my sons to worry more than they have to. Get up!
I thought you said that oldest boy of yours would be able to handle it. He ain't so smart, no.
He'll handle it all right. But father worries, and nevertheless, you tend to see in your children only what you hope you'll see, I guess. No, I don't think Adam could do anything without giving it some real deep thought. Anyone horse could do anything but give us some real deep feeling.
Horse?
Yeah. Come on, little boy.
Horse, huh? Strong back, I bet you, but kind of slow.
Yeah, he's strong. But if by slow you mean slow to anger, slow to condemn, or slow to hurt living things, yeah, I guess you might say he was slow.
I'm looking for a man named Page. Some folks told me you own this place.
That's right. That's my pa you're talking about.
Your pa? Look, has your pa been off on a long trip? Just got back?
Yep. 3 years he's been away. That's why the farm looks so run down. But me and Pa will have a neater and a pin soon.
Yeah. Where's your pa now?
He's working the field. What do you want to know for? You a friend of his?
Let's just say I know your pa.
Why do you say so? Where were you stationed with him?
Stationed?
Yeah, I bet it was Fort Pierce. But he was in the artillery. You're too big to be in the cavalry. He was in that too, you know.
No, I didn't know.
My pa was away in the army for 3 years. My uncle read me all his letters, though. So if he was at Fort Pierce with him, I'd know all about you.
Yeah, well, maybe he just forgot to mention me or something.
No, he wouldn't have. He never forgot nothing. There was a Corporal Jackson at Fort Pierce. Pa said he's pretty fat.
Look, ain't you got someplace you're supposed to be, boy?
Danny Page.
Hoss Cartwright.
I don't know. Has Pa ever mentioned that name?
Look, I knew your pa, and that's all there is to it now. Why don't you run along and pester somebody else, huh?
Sure. You staying for supper?
No, I ain't.
How come you ain't staying for supper?
Look, ain't you got nobody else you can go pester?
I told you my pa's out in the field somewheres. My uncle's in town. My ma's off on a trip.
Your ma? When's your ma gonna be back?
I don't know. She left a long time ago. Just before Pa went off to the army.
I see.
I stayed with my uncle while my pa was in the army. I asked him about it, but he said I wouldn't understand. But I understood all right.
You did?
Sure. Ma borrowed some money from Pa so she can go on a trip with a friend of hers from town. I think his name was Harry, but I don't remember too good. Anyways, Pa went after him to make sure they got off all right. And then he came back and went into the army. I never exactly figured out why. I guess it must have been to make some more money.
Yeah, I reckon that was it.
Hey, I think our Pa's coming.
Hello, son.
Hi, Pa. A friend of yours from the army come to see you. He says his name is Hoss. Cartwright.
Can I help you?
Get the boy out of here.
What?
I said get rid of the boy.
What are you talking about?
Look, I don't want to hurt the boy. Now get rid of him.
Go in the barn, Danny.
But, Pa!
Go ahead, do like I tell you. Hurry up now. Now, what's all this about?
I'm after the man that killed my father.
I don't know what you're talking about. What's that got to do with me?
2 days ago, you and 2 other fellows from Huntsville Prison rode across our ranch. My pa caught you poaching and you shot him.
You got no proof of that.
I got all the proof I need. Now you're gonna pay for it.
But please, mister, I ain't never killed nobody.
Sure you ain't. That's the reason you spent 3 years in the penitentiary, ain't it? 'Cause you ain't killed nobody. You killed your wife, didn't you?
You don't understand. She deserved to die.
You decided that, didn't you? Just like you decided that my pa deserved to die.
No. I spent my time for that. I ain't never gonna kill again.
Is that why you carry that gun?
Man fresh out of prison, why, he's got to be careful. People blame him for things.
Yep, that's right. Just like I'm doing right now. You better get ready to use that gun.
Now you saw my son? He's been waiting 3 years for me. What's he gonna do without a pa?
I don't know. I ain't got used to the idea myself yet. Now you get ready.
Ben, there just wasn't any other explanation. What with you missing, and the horse coming back, and the blood and all. Me and the posse just scoured about every foot of that entire section looking for you.
All right, Roy, now where are the boys?
Have yourself some coffee, Mr. Bowman. Ben, they figured that you was dry gulch, that you was dead, and they went after the 3 fellas that they figured that was responsible for... Ben, I just never seen them boys like that.
When'd they leave?
It was the night before last. In fact, I just got this telegram here from Huntsville Prison giving the names of the 3 men that have been released. Now, I wired the sheriffs closest to them, hoping that they'd get there in time.
Well, you know my boys better than that.
Yeah, I do. And I also know that they figured that their father had been murdered. Here, take this coffee. I'm going over and get the doc. Be good for you.
I don't know. If it was me, I'd feel pretty good knowing I had 3 boys ready to kill anyone who did me in.
No. They've been taught the exact opposite.
Then why are you worried?
I don't know, why does any father worry? It's like when you plant seeds blind. You don't know whether they're gonna grow and keep growing long after you're past knowing and gone.
From what you tell me about your two oldest boys, it don't seem likely they're too apt to go against what they've been taught. You, didn't tell me much about your third boy.
I don't know how much I know about that third boy of mine. He's quick-tempered. Sometimes I see an anger in him that... 3 wives, 3 sons, all of them so different.
So you got doubts about what he'll do?
No. No, I guess I got doubts about me. But whether I was able to make him understand.
I'm looking for a man. Would have ridden in the last few days from the south. Come on, I want an answer to my question.
I couldn't tell you, mister.
Okay. Probably be without a jacket. Might be carrying a fancy rifle with a silver C on stock. Does that help any?
I don't know. I'll tell you when to leave.
Leave him alone. He can't help you.
All right, then maybe you can help me, mister.
For heaven's sakes, none of us can help you, I tell you.
Take what you want, but leave us in peace.
Everybody's here like you asked, mister. Bartender, give me a pen and a piece of paper.
Now, look, we've been here all afternoon. Nobody's gonna tell you nothing.
My name's Joseph Cartwright. I'm writing a promissory note in the amount of $5,000. This note will be good in any bank in Virginia City. You all know the information that I'm after. The man who gives me that information will receive this money. All right, here it is. $5,000.
Now, one of you is going to tell me what I want to know. You all know that. And when he does, he gets this. Every single penny of it. Just don't wait too long. I'll be outside.
Is that him?
That's the man, Colonel. We told him nothing, Colonel. He even tried to bribe us, but we told him nothing, Colonel.
Let him go. I'm Colonel Abel Chapin. These are Chapin men, and that's Chapin dirt you're eating. Who are you and what do you want?
I've been looking for him.
What do you want with him?
I want to kill him.
You know him? Don't lie to me, Billy.
I swear to you, Pa, I never seen him.
All right. What do you claim he did?
He killed my father. That's my father's rifle he's got with him.
It's like I told you, Pa, I bought this from one of the fellas I come back with. What call I got to steal a rifle?
I don't know, Billy. I stopped trying to give reasons for the things you've done a long time ago.
Pa, I swear to God.
If you're lying, don't make it worse by blaspheming. I'm gonna let you go.
Pa.
Shut up. I'm letting you go, but come back here and you're a dead man. Come down, you look around. As far as your eye can see, I'm the law. Judge, jury, and hangman. Remember that. And consider yourself lucky. Take him off the ranch and turn him loose. You're no better than to bring his lies back here again.
Look, Pa, you give me a chance at him. I'll make sure you don't ever come back.
No, stay away from him. You're protected here. Alone away from the ranch, you wouldn't have a chance against a man like that. You wouldn't even understand him.
All right, let him go. All right, I'll handle it now. You're going back to the ranch.
But the colonel said to
I said get out!
anything should happen to him.
Nothing's gonna happen to him unless he tries to escape. Now get out! Go on, move. You hear this Billy Chapin talking? Now move! I'm gonna do what my pa's afraid to do.
He's here. He's gonna be all right.
Hey, Paul, doggone it. I thought you was gone for sure.
No.
What happened?
Oh, some fella took a couple of shots at me. Didn't see who it was, though.
A fella? You mean there's only one of them?
Yeah, just the one fella. Just the one. Mr. Dolman here, he found me lying on the trail. Picked me up and took me along with him, and before I come to, I was on my way to Carson City.
How are you, sir?
Your brother just told us what happened to him. How about you?
I found my man. But I couldn't go through with it. What he said to me made sense. I couldn't get it out of my mind. Couldn't do it.
What'd you do with him?
I left him with the sheriff there, holding him for an investigation.
What?
Well, pretty generally the same thing happened to me, Paul. I found my man. He got a little son, cute little fella. I just didn't have the stomach to go through with it. I don't reckon that makes a whole lot of sense.
Oh, it makes a lot of sense, son.
In my business, a man can count himself lucky if he's 2/3 successful.
Little Joe ain't back.
You boys have been riding quite a bit. Why don't you get up to bed and rest up?
Well, Doc said you ought to get some sleep too, and don't worry about Joe.
He's hot-tempered, but he's still one of your sons, Paul. Why don't we all go to bed?
Look, even if Joe did find his man, and he did kill him, he did it believing that that man had killed you.
An eye for an eye. Is that what you boys have been taught to believe?
What I'm trying to say.
I know what you're trying to say, Adam. I thank you for it. This is not something that little Joe has to think out. He either believes it in his heart or...
Hey. I heard something.
You've been hearing something all night.
No, but this is for real.
Coffee, tell me you're all right. I was afraid to believe it. How do you feel? Fine, boy. Fine.
See, you got Paul's rifle.
So you found your man.
Yeah, I found him. Joe. No, boy, I didn't kill him. Nobody deserved killing like he did, but I couldn't do it. With your rifle pointed at him, I had my finger on the trigger, but I just couldn't pull it. Maybe it was because it was your rifle. Took him to his father. He confessed. Sheriff Coffey's gonna go out and pick him up sometime tomorrow. You look tired.
Don't.
Haven't paid you what I owe you.
I, kind of lied to you about Carson City. Never was much of a stop for me. Never done more than $4 worth of business there in my life.
Even so, Mr. Dorman, I feel I owe you a great deal.
I've been paid.
I hope you'll come by to visit next time you pass this way.
I'll make a point of it. You're a very lucky man, Mr. Cartwright.
about ready to accompany our Paul on his annual cultural trip up to the Paiute Nation?
Well, I guess so, since I have no choice. Since I'm elected, I'm ready.
Well, see if you can keep him from bringing home all that junk this time.
Just a minute. That isn't junk. It's genuine and very fine Indian artwork. About time you boys learned something about Indian art and customs and language.
Some of the finest hides I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, you want to know something? This is a fact, too. This is true. Those Paiute women hand-chew those hides. That's why they're so soft. Bet they got the strongest teeth in the territory.
Sometimes I sense a certain lack of sensitivity in my sons. All right, let's get those steers out. We're a little late now. Muska. Dani, Paiute.
Greetings, old friend.
Well, your English is improving. Better. Well, we brought you the best beef we could pick out.
Good. You, good man. Good so.
We've had good trading. And now I have a gift which I would offer you in honor of our long friendship. It's a watch. For telling time.
I am honored with friend's gift. Will treasure long time. I have gift for friend. Young maiden, she yours.
I cannot accept. Gift of Indian maiden?
Not Indian. White girl. Taken many, many years ago. Good girl. Work hard. Teach me English. My son casts eyes on her. Not good. My son marry Paiute. This one must go. White name, Joan.
Peter!
Hello. Then me mat kaba. Let's spay.
You say you'd kill her? If she ever came back to the tribe, he would.
Doesn't leave you much choice, does it?
I guess we better.
I'm starving.
No eat on time 3 days now. Hop Sing ready to go back China.
It's only been 3 days. It seems a lot longer to me.
Why? You just saw her just that once when we brought her home. She's been up in her room ever since.
Well, I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about what it's been like to live with Pa. I've never seen him so upset.
Pa's got quite a problem.
He's got a problem. He's got a tiger by the tail is what he's got.
There's a great sense of responsibility. I mean, the chief doesn't give gifts lightly.
Gift? That's some gift. I'll bet you this ends Pa's annual cultural trek to the Paiute Nation.
Well, I don't know. I think Pa will probably return a favor next year, bring the chief something nice like a lighted stick of dynamite.
Yeah, or a loco steer.
Or maybe he'll make a gift to you, Hoss.
Very funny.
I'm glad somebody's happy about something.
No luck, huh?
No, she won't eat.
She give you any reason?
She won't talk either.
Look, Paul, maybe you ought to just give up
And what? Be very happy to give up. Somebody has to take responsibility. Doctor won't even come out here. He says, eventually, her hunger will overcome her stubbornness. Sheriff was no help either.
I thought Roy was kind of droll.
Droll? He's downright sarcastic is what he was.
Why, Adam, what did Roy say?
Well, he suggested that Pa get himself another watch. Like a grandfather's clock, and maybe renegotiate with the chief.
Very funny.
No, well, he's got a point there. You might just try to explain to him that things aren't working out very well.
You know perfectly well you can't return a gift to a Paiute chief. Besides, he meant what he said. They'd kill her.
No eat now, food not fit to eat.
All right, I'm saying we'll eat now.
Indian girl no like Hop Sing food?
I said we'll eat now.
She loco.
Hop Sing, we're gonna eat right now. Would you stop yelling in my ear?
Hey, Paul, I got an idea. Listen, all this good food, she gets a smell of this, she'll eat it, I guarantee you. I'll just make up a plate of it. I'll take it up there to her, and I'll hold it out in the hall, and just let her get a waft of it through the door. I guarantee you she'll eat.
That's not a very good idea, Hoss.
It'll work, Paul.
I tell you, it's not a very...
So she eats, then what?
Well, she should be given a chance to learn to live with her own kind of people. She's been living as an Indian since she was a child. It won't be easy for her.
What do you want us to do to help?
I suppose we should be understanding and patient. Help her make an adjustment.
She ain't hungry. He was right, Paul.
Does it?
What are you gonna do, Pa?
I'll give that lady a very necessary talking to.
What's he mean by that?
Well, you must remember that expression from when you were a kid.
You don't mean he's gonna...
I'm afraid so.
Now, we've tried every reasonable way we know. But you still persist in this stubborn refusal to do anything we ask you to do. Well, I'm giving you 3 seconds to get downstairs to...
Spit on your mother's shadow!
Huh? I know that the Paiutes taught you many unpleasant expressions. So I'm not going to hold that against you, young lady.
Spit on your grandmother's shadow!
Boy, she's a feisty one.
She throws a pretty mean plate, too.
You know, frankly, I sort of wish Pa hadn't gone back up there. It's a long ride this time. I had to fetch a doctor.
Oh, I think I put my money on Pa this time.
Oh, yeah? How much? Well, Pa?
She'll be there in a minute. Hop Sing, got a fresh plate here.
Quiet in bed.
Sit down, please. Speak English.
All right. I
Now, sit down here. Just eat. Move up there. Unless you want to have another conversation the same we had upstairs. Put a little gravy on it. Now, I'd like you to eat that, please. If you will. Joseph? Joseph.
Johnny, how do you make it so shiny?
I spit on you.
Joan?
Pay after that.
Yeah, I thought I recognized that odor. Paul, if you don't mind, there's a sick horse out there in the barn. I think I'll go out and take care of him.
I think I better go help you, Pa.
Excuse me. Sure.
Good. Missy, eat now. It's good, yes? It's good. No?
I'm saying I'll call you if I need you. Yeah, feels a little more like it. Hang on. See, I got two of everything so that you could alternate them and keep them clean that way. It's pretty, isn't it?
What is this?
Oh, that's it's a camisole. It's an underthing. It's an underthing, and these are all underthings.
What is underthing?
Well, underthing is you wear it under your dress.
Oh, this underdress is too much. I not can move. Under this, I not wear.
Joni. Well, Joni, if you're going to live like a white woman, you got to dress like a white woman. Now, be a good girl. And you go on upstairs and put these things on. And put these on, too. They're shoes. Boots.
Indian man much kinder to woman than white man.
Adam, where you been? I was over at Clem White's.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, but that traded some grain for some hogs.
No. We took care of that 3 weeks ago. I was over to see about selling him some stock.
Yeah, I guess I've been leaving everything up to you boys lately. I'm sorry to put the extra work on you, but...
we don't mind the extra work. It just...
Well, I've been really making some good progress with the girl. She's up in her room now, putting on some decent clothes that I bought her.
And then what? Just what is it that you want to do with her?
But we gotta prepare her for the world. Gotta help her adjust.
Expect me to get stinking thing on feet. We must stay. We can't speak. Cause I can't say you can.
I guess I got him a couple of sizes too small.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it. She'll adjust.
Have you boys noticed John's new clothes? Sure have, Father. Real nice.
Some clothes, all right, Paul.
Real passion plate, yes, sir.
You're a stink. Boots stink. Things under stink. You stink. Are you?
John!
Come with me. Shut the door, please. John? Look at me, John. Look at me. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I've been forcing things on you. Trying to make you want things that you didn't want or even care about. So, you're free to go now.
Free?
Yeah.
You mean I do what I want?
Yes, of course, son. I'm not your jailer.
Good. I go now.
Where will you go?
Back to my people.
You hate the white world so much that you go back to the Paiutes knowing that they'd kill you.
There is other tribes.
These other tribes, they'd accept a Paiute cast off, a white girl.
Knowing English, my mother teach me, not make me white. She died when I 10. Only world I know is Indian world.
Well, we must find our own world to live in. I just hope that our world might please you. So now you can pick your own.
Paul, what's the matter? Joan just came busting through the living room like she was on her way to a fire or something.
Yeah, I know. She's going away. Adam, would you saddle her horse for her?
It was dark. Why should she at least wait till morning?
And when you're young and you're running away from something that you You're afraid of or you don't understand. I guess it doesn't make any difference whether it's day or night.
I try your way.
Are you sure? You sure you want to?
Yes. I think about what you say. I try your world and see.
Welcome home.
How can I walk in this shoe? Like balancing on stones crossing creek.
Well, it takes a little patience. Besides, you haven't buttoned them properly. Now, look, I'm going to show you this once more.
I never learned to walk in this, or dress right, or eat with fork.
Joni, you can do anything you set your mind to do in this world if you just take a little time and patience.
But I start so late to learn what others learn as child.
You're not much more than a child yourself.
I'm not child. Wyote, son of chief, would marry me.
It doesn't make you a woman. Joan, in our world, in your world now, people marry for different reasons than they do in the pirate world. Here we usually marry for love.
I tell you before, that is word I learn in English, but it is only word.
When that happens to you, it'll be more than only word. You'll meet someone someday, and he'll be different than other men. And when he talks, his voice will have a special meaning just for you alone. And when he touches you, it'll be as if you've been waiting for that touch all your life. When it happens, you'll know. It's like something magic. Now, up you get. There.
Well, I need magic to walk in this stinking. In this shoe.
Practice. Let go, bud.
Now, you reckon what could be so all-fired funny in there?
Well, whatever it is, it's all right with me as long as it keeps him laughing.
Yeah.
Oh. So it hooks
naked. Another mistake. I wish I was like you. You never make mistakes.
Oh, don't I? I got that dress about 10 sizes too big for you, didn't I? However, according to Lady Stanhope, men are forgiven mistakes in the social world. Ladies must know. Why don't you leave that alone for a while? There's an article here about Senator Douglas. I'd like you to read. He's a man I admire very much.
According to Senator Douglas, if war comes between the states, the silver of our
Territory.
Territory will be of vital importance.
What are you laughing about? Don't you say anything funny?
I was remembering that book of etiquette I've been reading these last few weeks.
Oh, what did you find amusing about it?
Well, it was just that drawing of all those knives and forks, you know, that they use. And here, I struggle with one.
I wouldn't worry about that. Pa's been lecturing me about them for years, and I still get confused past one of each.
Men are forgiven mistakes in the social world, but ladies must know.
Now, I wonder who made that proclamation.
I think it was Lady Stanhope of England, who wrote the Book of Etiquette.
I see. Well, I don't think we have to worry about entertaining Lady Stanhope at the Ponderosa.
Adam, excuse me. Joan, did you find anything interesting in the newspaper lately?
Yes, I did. I was reading a most interesting article about the Silver Lobby in Washington. According to Senator Douglas, if war comes between the states, the silver of our territory could well be of vital importance politically. According to Senator Douglas, the economic situation, both for the North and the South, would be unlimited. And so from the time of the Egyptians, silver has influenced the destinies of men and nations, according to Senator Douglas.
That's very interesting. According to Senator Douglas.
Joan, I found the conversation most informative. Thank you.
Well, I will leave you, gentlemen, to your coffee and brandy. I have some sewing waiting for me in my room.
Well, what do you think? It was quite a performance, wasn't it?
I must admit she's a lot different than she was 2 months ago when we first saw her.
Yeah, she's become an interesting composite.
What do you mean?
A composite of Lady Stanhope, Senator Douglas, and Ben Cartwright. All right, you accomplished what you set out to do. Well, now what are you going to do with it? You got a plan?
Oh, yes. As a matter of fact, I do have a plan. She'll have what every woman deserves. A chance for her rightful place in society as a wife.
You already got somebody picked for her?
Well, of course not. So make her own choice. There are plenty of red-blooded men in the territory. Just wait till they get a look at her.
What do you figure on doing, advertising her?
As a matter of fact, yes, I am. In a way. We're going to give a party this Saturday night and invite every eligible bachelor in the territory. She'll be funny enough by the dozen, you'll see.
According to Senator Douglas, if war comes between the states, the silver of our territory could well be of vital importance politically. According to Senator Douglas, the economic possibilities both for the North and the South are enormous. let us take, for example, 10 basic economic advantages for the North. First,
Mr. Cartwright.
Oh, well, don't let me interrupt. Please go on.
Oh, no, sir. Not interrupting at all, sir. No, sir. I believe we could use some of that punch.
Well, what are you talking about?
Senator Douglas's monetary theories.
Well, Jonah, a subject like that doesn't have too much appeal for young fellas. Why don't you talk about other things?
What other things?
Well, things like, Oh, Tom! Tom Bello, come on over here. First time I've seen you tonight. Now, you know Joan, of course.
Oh, yes, sir. We had a long talk about Senator Douglas.
Well, that's not a very exciting subject for a young girl. Now, Tom, I know you can do better than that. I tell you what. Why don't you and Joan go outside, get a breath of fresh air? Show her the moon. There's a subject that young girls never get tired of. See, go ahead now, along with you, both of you. Little music. Tom Bellows just took Joan out for a walk in the moonlight.
Think Lady Stanhope would approve?
Well, never mind Lady Stanhope. I think I understand young people better than she does. Which reminds me, I haven't seen you fellas dancing with any of the girls tonight.
What girls? Now, you're so busy inviting eligible bachelors, you forgot to invite any eligible girls.
I guess I did.
Staya! And say you can! And I spit on your grandmother's shadow!
Joan, what happened?
The Paiutes, they told me about this moon madness. I did not like it.
Well, I'll tell that young fella a thing or two.
No. No, it's not important.
Of course it's important. I'm not going to let him spoil your party.
Yes, and he told me the reason for this party. If I had known, I could have saved you the trouble. I have no need for these young men. There's no magic with them. No magic. I'm going to bed.
That's the last of them.
Sorry the party wasn't the success you expected.
Well, I'm very surprised at Tom's behavior. Really very surprised.
Maybe Tom didn't understand the circumstances.
What circumstances?
Well, maybe like she said, Paul, she just ain't interested in young fellas.
She's a young girl.
Maybe she likes more mature men like you.
What's all this nonsense about?
Maybe it ain't so much nonsense, Paul. Maybe...
Maybe what?
Maybe she loves you.
That girl doesn't even know the meaning of the word.
Oh, indeed I do.
Oh, there's some stock that's got to be taken care of out in the barn.
Yeah, I'm going to help, Pa.
I'm more practical. I'm going to bed.
It took me a long time to realize what had happened to me. Just as it will take you time. No. Take time. You'll realize how right it is. You're the finest, most wonderful man in the world. And I love you very much. Good night, Benjamin. Darling. Good morning, Benjamin. Breakfast will be ready in a moment.
Oh. Well, I'll wash up.
That would be all from the house, and thank you. Benjamin, you've taken time and thought about it?
Oh, yes, yes, Joan, I have.
Then you understand.
Joan, I want to ask you a question. Where did you get this idea?
Last night at the party, when I looked at all those young men, then I looked at you, and then I knew, because the magic was there.
What magic?
Well, the magic you told me was love. It happened just as you said it would.
Joan, when I told you that, I wasn't talking about me. No, this feeling that you
This
have...
love I have.
This feeling that you have, it isn't love, Joan. It's what students feel for their teachers sometimes. It's not what you think.
I know how I feel. It's how you feel it's important.
Well, I know. This conversation is ridiculous.
Not according to Senator Douglas.
Senator? What has Senator Douglas got to do with it?
Senator Douglas said that all things can be settled logically if intelligently applied.
It has nothing to do with logic.
It has to.
Joan.
Look at me. I'm the proof.
Joan,
Hey, look
please.
at me. Would you look at me?
I'm looking at you. All right, now, what has this got to do with Senator Douglas's immortal cliches about logic?
Am I not what you made me? Did you not say the night of the party that I would make a perfect mate for any man?
Well, yeah, no. I would... Yes, as an artist would speak of a creation.
There, you admitted it.
Admitted what?
You said that you created me. Now, would you create something that you hated, something that you didn't care about?
Joan,
Or would you? No, you wouldn't. You'd create something that you loved. Me.
Johnny, love has nothing to do with logic.
It has everything to do.
Joan, let me give you a very pertinent logical fact. I'm old enough to be a father.
Oh, pooh. If a Paiute's wife dies, he looks for the youngest next wife he can find. One who can work hard and give him many sons.
Joan, I have enough sons.
Well, I'll give you more. Bigger than Hoss, smarter than Adam, and handsomer than little Joe.
Joan, now listen to me. I am not the man for you.
I'll show you that you are. You hold me. There's an old Paiute custom.
Joan, we're not Paiutes.
Well, we can borrow the custom for just a little while.
Joan, please! Joan, would you stop this?
Oh, sorry, Pop.
Come in, boys. Benjamin has some news to tell you.
I got some chores to do.
Benjamin?
Joan asked me to take her into town to get some things. We, looked for you, but you were gone.
Yeah, well, I, had some things to do around the barn.
Yeah.
You got something in your mind?
Same thing's on your mind. Joan. She thinks she's gonna marry you.
Well, that's nonsense. I told her so.
Well, if you think she's gonna marry you, it sure isn't nonsense to her.
Well, of course it's nonsense. She's not gonna marry me. She's not in love with me. It may take her time, but she'll realize that.
Well, I don't know if you got that much time. You know, one of the things she wanted to look at in town? Wedding dresses.
Wedding dresses?
Now, you always taught us that the hurt you feel when you tell the truth is a little shorter and less painful than the hurt you feel when you don't face the truth.
The hurt will go away. I promise you. In time, you'll have to look close to even see the scar. I have a close and very dear friend in San Francisco. Her only daughter died about 5 years ago, and I know that she would welcome you as a companion, even as a daughter.
You don't believe I love you?
I believe that you're misinterpreting the word.
No. You told me. You said one man will seem different. His voice special, his touch magic. That is how I feel.
Joan, the way you feel now, you'll feel so differently 5 or 10 years from now when you're a mature woman.
I don't care about 5 or 10 years from now. I care about now. I care about how I feel now. But you don't love me, do you?
I love you. But not as you think oh, you want me to love you. I love you as I love Adam, Horse, and little Joe.
That isn't what I mean. You just don't understand.
Maybe I do. The tears for lost youth are just as bitter. The cry, where were you when I was young? Just as painful.
You don't love me. You don't love me.
I'm consumed with jealousy and envy for the young man who will one day marry you. I wired my friend in San Francisco, and I talked to Chief Kiwi again. His son is married, and he says that you are welcome. Go back to the tribe if you wish. So you see, you have 2 worlds from which to choose.
2 worlds? I have no world. You destroyed the world of the Indian for me, and now you've destroyed your world for me, too.
I'll get the ticket to San Francisco.
I'm sorry you're unhappy. Sorry my father's unhappy. He didn't mean to hurt you.
He doesn't care anything about me.
I think he cares a great deal.
No, he cares nothing. My life is empty.
Your life is just beginning. And I think your heart is a little too young to break. The bruise will heal. But my father, when he thinks of you in the future, will feel sad and guilty. Because he'll remember you now in your unhappiness and blame himself.
Well, he should.
Why? Just because he tried to help you? He's given you a future, no matter what you may think now. And if you love him, give him something too. Take the guilt away from him. Let him remember you now without unhappiness.
You teach as well as your father. Thank you, Adam.
Guess we better be getting aboard.
Excuse me. Pardon me. Are you going to San Francisco?
Yes, I am.
Oh. Well, then we'll be fellow passengers. My name is Joan Wingate.
I'm John Turner.
Oh. Well, I have the fare all arranged.
Well, good. I guess we can get on board.
Here, let me help you.
Oh, this is John Turner. He's going to San Francisco, too.
How you do?
Turner?
Well, goodbye. And thank you, Benjamin.
It's gonna be all right, Adam. Yes, she's gonna be all right.
Well, she'll be all right, Pa. Why not? She's got everything you taught her. A few of her own. Like courage.
Like magic.
Where's Adam?
Well, he left early this morning. We thought he was over at your place.
I was supposed to come over. We were going into town to see Mr. Weems about selling my place.
I don't blame Adam. He's been a little absent-minded lately.
Absent-minded? It's been more than that. He came over for supper last night and he fell asleep while I was washing the dishes. It's happened the last 3 times he's been over. You're working him too hard.
Ha, that'll be the day. Matter of fact, we've been doing his chores lately.
Well, whatever it is, I hope he gets over it soon. I don't know what I'll do about the appointment with Mr. Weems.
Well, why don't you go with Laura? We'll get the chores done.
Fine.
I'm sure there'll be a lot of questions I won't know the answers to.
Well, I don't know how much help I'll be, but I'll sure try. Now, would you take care of my horse, please?
Certainly. I'll tell Adam you're in town.
Yeah, and we'll also give him some very serious advice about falling asleep in the presence of a good-looking gal, too.
Come along. I don't know what's gotten in Adam lately. Getting up early, staying out late, never telling anybody where he's going.
Well, if you don't want to tell us, it ain't none of our business.
Yeah. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to get up early one of these mornings and just follow him.
Anytime you get up earlier than is necessary, that's going to be a miracle. And in second place, you ain't going to spy on your brother, and you know it.
Just the same, I don't think it's fair to Laura. I really don't, because people who are engaged are supposed to be miserable when they're not together all the time.
That's you, little brother. You ain't Adam.
Hoss is right, Joe. You have no business criticizing anything you don't know anything about. Besides, your older brother knows what he's doing.
Anything you say, Pa.
How's it going?
Great. Now that I got the delivery on the special beans.
You're working a little short-handed. You sure you couldn't use more men?
I'm sure, Pa. I want to take as much care of this place as you did with the Ponderosa. I hope this house lasts as long and is just as happy.
I know how you feel, although I didn't have any problem keeping my house a secret.
Problem? What do you mean?
Well, it's always a problem keeping things secret from a woman. There's no protection against a woman's curiosity.
Well, I just want to present the house complete, finished, on our wedding day as a surprise. Does that bother you?
I don't know. You think Laura would rather have you keep it a secret or Have you spent a little more time with her now?
Why, has she been complaining?
No, not really.
Well, there's nothing to worry about. As soon as I get delivery on those cedar panels, I'll hire some more men for the job and we'll get it done faster.
Why don't you tell her about the house?
Oh, I've gone this far, I might as well finish it.
Even at the risk of maybe neglecting Laura too much?
Oh, stop worrying, Pa. I love Laura, she loves me. I just want to present the house on the wedding day as a gift. It's as simple as that.
You gonna be by the house before you go to Laura's?
Well, it depends on how much I get done here. I may go directly over there if I'm late.
I certainly appreciate all your help, Will.
Well, I don't know how helpful I was, but whatever it was, you're certainly welcome.
You can take the buggy on to the Ponderosa. Adam can bring it back tonight when he comes for supper.
You know, since Adam's been eating over here so regularly, Hop Singh's nose is out of joint. You must be as good a cook as he says you are.
Well, Will, you know you're welcome to come over any time to supper and judge for yourself.
Well, I better wait till after you're married. I think that right now 3 would be a crowd.
Mommy! Hi, Mommy. Hi, Uncle Will.
Hi, Peg.
Where's Adam, Mommy?
Well, he's busy. What did you want?
I wanted to ask him something about my pony Traveler.
Can I help?
No, thanks. I'll wait for Adam.
She's going to miss this place.
Oh, she'll love the Ponderosa once you settle there.
I'm sure she will.
You have any doubts?
Well, I know the Ponderosa's lovely, and I adore Ben and the boys, but...
As a group, they're a little overwhelming, huh?
But do you realize, counting Hop Sing, there are 6 men in that house?
Well, you call that bad? Well, you two will be as spoiled as princesses.
Well, I wouldn't mind being a princess, but I would like to be a housewife in a place of my own.
Adam, know how you feel?
Yes? At least I have asked him to think about staying on here after we're married. But he won't hear of it. Adam is very strong in his opinions. But I really shouldn't be talking to you about this.
I understand how you feel.
We'd better keep it a secret. They'd be very hurt if they knew.
All right. And we'll keep it a secret.
Thank you, Will, for everything.
Anytime.
This is a pretty tough job for a little girl, Peg.
Oh, Adam, I know I can do it. I just know I can. I'm going to give my pony a surprise on its birthday. It'll be a year next month since you gave him to me.
Oh, my goodness, has it been that long? Well, you're a better rememberer than I am.
I'm a pretty good rememberer, too. And it's your bedtime, young lady.
Oh, Mommy.
And no arguments.
All right, now look, Peggy. You're gonna braid these 3 strands for about 6 more inches. Now, I ought to keep you busy until I tell you about the next step. Now, you do what your mom says.
Yes, Adam. Good night, Adam. Good night, Mommy.
She certainly minds you better than she does me.
Well, that says it should be. Seeing as how I'm going to be her father.
And when is that going to be?
Oh, as soon as we're married, of course.
Oh, Adam, don't tease me. You know perfectly well what I mean. When are we going to set the date for the wedding?
Well, we've decided that sometime this summer.
I mean specifically. We have to pick a definite date. Well, there are millions of things to be done. This ranch has to be sold, a wedding dress has to be made, church arrangements.
My goodness, you are eager, aren't you? Isn't that being a bit forward?
Adam, you're impossible.
Don't worry, sweetheart. We'll pick a definite date. There's, I promise you.
Well, there is one date that's definite, and that's the party that your father's going to give for us.
That's right. Let's see, now when is that?
You know perfectly well it's 2 weeks from next Saturday, and don't forget it.
I won't. I'll be back in time.
Back? From where?
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I have to go out of town on the 10th, but the party's not till the 14th, so there's plenty of time to get back.
Well, you'd better be back. I got material for a new dress, and with the pattern I picked out, it's going to take me about 2 weeks to finish it. It's going to be beautiful. It's lavender organdy, and I'm going to make a sash. Doesn't that sound wonderful, Adam? Adam.
Well, I'll go in and get my ticket, and I'll go in and get the mail.
Well, I could go and look at the new dresses in Miss Irene's, but I won't. I'll be strong and just sit here and wait for you two.
You're the only passenger leaving. The stage is ready to leave now.
Hey, thank you, Robert. Well, the clerk says I'm the only passenger leaving, and the stage is ready, so say goodbye to Will for me, and thank you for driving me back home.
I will. And don't forget about the party on Saturday.
Don't worry, I'll be back. Take care of yourself and Peggy. Bye. I mind if I ride with you? Keep you company?
Peter! Peter! Peter!
What happened?
Oh, the stage was ready, so Adam had to go. He said to say goodbye and to thank you for driving me.
Oh, sorry I missed saying goodbye. I'd have been back sooner, but I stopped to read a letter.
Good news?
I don't know.
Not bad news, I hope.
No, but might help me make a decision that I've been putting off.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, this letter is from a friend of mine. I met him when I was traveling around. He's got an import business in San Francisco. Wants me to travel around the world for him and make contact with these firms he does business with.
Well, that sounds perfect for you. You like to travel.
Yeah, it's real tempting. At least it gives me a clear-cut choice. You see, before it was just a question of staying on the Ponderosa or picking up and aimlessly wandering off.
You sound like you've already made up your mind.
Well, there are a few things I have to solve yet.
Like what?
Well, like telling Ben and the boys in such a way that they don't think I'm ungrateful.
I'm sure they'll understand.
Maybe. What about you, Laura? Don't you have the same problem about staying on the Ponderosa?
No. Whatever apprehension I have about living on the Ponderosa, I'll live wherever my husband wants me to live.
Oh, that he's a lucky man.
I was looking for you. I thought I might find you out here.
I suddenly decided I needed some fresh air.
It's kind of warm in there. Oh, sure lovely out here, isn't it? I'm sorry about Adam.
It wasn't Adam's fault the road washed out. His wire said how sorry he was.
I still feel he should have left a little earlier.
It wasn't Adam's fault. He couldn't help it.
Laura, you're going to make a very understanding wife.
Would you do me a favor, Mr. Cartwright?
Of course.
Well, I have a headache, And I really should pick Peggy up at Mrs. Robbins'. Would you mind if I went home now?
Oh, of course not. I'll have one of the boys drive you home. As a matter of fact, I'll have them bring out your wrap, and I'll say good night to the folks for you. A headache can be a pretty useful thing. You wait right here.
You're very kind, Mr. Cartwright. Thank you.
My future daughter-in-law? Anything.
I understand you have a headache. The boys and I just drew lots to see who'd take you home.
Wouldn't you know I lost?
I should always be so lucky.
Well, I don't know how lucky it is. I feel it's an imposition. You've had to take me so many places lately.
It's always my pleasure.
And the prince came home to the farm girl and they lived happily ever after. Oh, Mommy, Mrs. Robbins tells such beautiful stories.
Indeed she must. I thought you'd have been asleep long before now.
No, because I was making up a story of my own. You want to hear it?
Oh, not tonight, young lady. You should have been asleep hours before this. Now, you run on up to bed.
I don't think I can go to sleep unless I get to finish my story.
Well, you try.
I'll tell it to my doll. She loves stories. Good night, Mommy. Good night, Uncle Will.
Good night, Peggy. Well, I better go, too. Give you a chance to get some rest.
Oh, I feel much better after the drive. Why don't you sit down and have some coffee? I just have to put it on the stove to heat it.
You sure you're all right?
I feel fine.
All right.
Besides, I've been wanting to ask you about that job in San Francisco. What did you decide?
Well, that's a problem.
A problem? Well, I know all about problems. Now, you take tonight. Getting a headache and acting like a fluttery female just because I was disappointed.
Well, that's understandable. It was your engagement party, wasn't it? It should be important to any woman.
No, the important thing is to see things in their proper perspective, not to behave like an emotional child. But here I go chattering on when you said you had a problem. Well, what is it?
Nothing. Just forget I mentioned it.
Well, we know each other better than that. Besides, I'm always confessing my worries to you.
I've got to go now.
Wait, you haven't even had your coffee yet. Well, what's wrong?
Nothing is wrong.
Well, something's bothering you. Tell me what it is, please. Maybe I can help you this time.
Laura, you can't help me this time.
Try me, please.
That's the problem.
Stranger, where's your mother?
I'll go call her. Mommy! Mommy!
What is it, Peggy? Oh, hello, Adam.
I threw my hat in the ahead to see if I was welcome, and Peggy gave it back to me. Do you approve?
Of course. Welcome home.
Oh, a little peace offering.
What'd you get me, Adam?
Well, you just go look in my saddlebag, Miss Greedy.
Adam, you spoiled her.
Oh, I just gave her a bridle. At the rate she's braiding hers, the pony will be too old to use it. Good enough, yours. I hope it fits. It's better than anything I can find in Virginia City.
It's very nice.
I'm sorry about the party.
It's all right, I understand. You didn't have to buy the ring in apology.
It's not an apology. It's not just a gift, it's a wedding ring. I think it's time we set the date.
Why now? You've been saying for weeks that...
I know I've been saying for weeks, but... Well, now we can set the date.
Well, I'll think about it.
Think about it. Why, it's all you've been talking about.
It wasn't important to you. Well, now it isn't important to me.
What's wrong, Laura?
Adam, I've seen practically nothing of you for weeks. You're gone from morning till night. You've left all the wedding arrangements to me, and when I do see you, you fall asleep on the couch. And at our engagement party, you weren't even there.
Laura, I don't blame you for being angry, but... Well, things are going to be different now, I promise you.
Adam, maybe...
Maybe what?
Maybe we shouldn't set the date now. Maybe we should think some more before we get married.
Well, I don't understand. You've been upset for the past few weeks because we couldn't set a date, and now that we can set a date, you're even more upset.
Well, maybe that's the problem. That I am still upset.
Well, I think it's just a case of nerves.
What about you, Adam? Are you nervous?
No, but as soon as we set the date, I will be.
Give me some time.
All right. Take all the time you need. As a matter of fact, I could use some time myself.
You?
Yeah, well, you said yourself there's a million things to take care of. Things keep popping up every day.
Then we agree?
Hey, you just let me know when you're ready and we'll announce the date.
All right, Adam.
Then I'll see you tonight.
Well, I have a headache. Could we make it tomorrow?
Sure, I'll pick you up for church. You'll get over those nerves. It's gonna be tough enough living with me every day.
Why aren't you in church?
This morning I thought it was more important to talk to you.
Well, how'd you know I was here?
Hoss told me
What else did he tell you?
that you'd come into town to sell your horse to Mr. Coombs in there.
That's right. I decided to take that job in San Francisco.
I know. Get in and I'll drive you back to the ranch.
Hoss is picking me up later.
I told him I'd pick you up.
Laura.
Get in, Will, please. Let's get down for a minute. I'd like to talk.
All right.
Now, why did you suddenly make up your mind to go to San Francisco?
It wasn't sudden. I've been thinking about it a long time. I told you that.
And last night you kissed me.
Yes.
Are you sorry you did?
No, I'm not sorry. But I shouldn't have.
Why shouldn't you?
What do you want from me? Do you want some kind of a confession? All right. I love you.
Kiss me. Well, please. So now we both face the truth.
Well, I knew how I felt, but
Me too. If we hadn't both been so conscious of Adam, we would have realized what was happening weeks ago. That kiss last night shocked me into facing it.
oh, I love you.
I love you too, Will.
Now it's Adam.
What happened to us happened almost without our knowing it. It was just there. We didn't deliberately set out to make it happen. But now that it has, the best thing for all our sakes is to be honest about it.
Make him understand.
And he will. Well, there's been a hesitancy about our coming wedding from both Adam and me. His reluctance to set a wedding date. His constant absences. Maybe these have been indications of doubt he hasn't faced.
Well, I don't know anything about that. All I know is that I'm going to have to tell him about us.
We have to tell him.
All right.
Let's tell him today. Now. I don't know where he is. When he came by to pick me up for church this morning, I said I still had a headache. But he said he still had some things to do. I suppose he's on another one of his mystery trips.
I think I know where he is. Come on. One morning early, I saw Adam going up this canyon. I think it's that one.
Well, listen.
Sounds like somebody hammering. Come
We better go on down.
All right. We better not try to move him.
Maybe you're right. It might hurt him even more. You better go for a doctor.
I heard you coming. You startled me. I guess I moved too fast.
Lie still. Will has gone for help. Adam, we weren't spying on you.
Of course not. I was building a house. I waste so much getting the best.
surprise for you. What, wedding?
What does the doctor say?
Says there's serious damage to his back muscles and nerve system. And? The doctor didn't know. But I do know. He'll recover. And he'll walk.
He's going to need constant looking after. You'll have to make room for Peggy and me.
We'll have room. Will? Well, I'm gonna need your help, too. I know you were planning to leave for San Francisco. We're gonna be a bit short-handed.
San Francisco can wait.
Thank you, Will.
Sweetheart, what are you doing here all alone?
I got nobody to play with.
I know it's lonesome for you. Why don't you go out for a ride on your pony?
I can't. Uncle Hoss says he has a fever in his leg and he has to stay in his stall for a few days. It's like Uncle Adam, isn't it? I mean, he can't do anything.
In a way. But Adam has lots to do. His exercises and reading and talking to visitors.
When is he going to come downstairs?
When the doctor says he can. Why don't you go up and talk to him? His father's exercising his legs now, but I know he'd like to see you.
All right, Mommy. Hi, Uncle Will.
Hello, Peggy. I was looking for Ben.
He's upstairs talking to Adam. Run along, Peggy.
Well, it wasn't anything important. I'll see him later.
Will.
There. Oh, Adam ought to be able to manipulate that wheelchair up and down that sling as a whistle. Of course, he might have to have some help getting up.
Yeah, but you know he'll be able to get around outside just as well as he does inside with those wide wheels we put on.
Yeah, let's go tell him we finished.
Boy certainly did a fine job on that chair.
They sure did. Well, she moves around as smooth as a greased buggy.
Well, we got that ramp all ready. You want to take a try at it?
I'm ready.
Adam, this chair is good, but not as good as those exercises. Don't let it become a substitute.
Oh, don't you worry about that, Doctor. Laura and I won't let him do that.
No, Doctor, he's a very good patient.
You mean obedient. You're training me as a husband under that excuse.
Come on, let's try the ramp, and if it dumps you, it's Hoss's fault.
I must get back to town. I've got other patients, too, you know.
Doctor, how soon do you think he'll be before he'll be able to walk?
Well, he's making good progress, and with the continuance of the exercises, I think he's got a very good chance. But it's still more than a matter of muscles. A lot will depend on his Well, his mental determination.
Well, I think he has plenty of inspiration for that right here.
He's a lucky man.
Yes, he is. I'll go get her.
Well, you're just in time to join us. Come on, we'll play a little ball.
I'd like to, but I've got to see about it.
Come on, Mommy. Mommy, let's go.
Oh, well, come on in. Sit down, sit down.
You got a minute? I'd like to talk to you.
I sure have.
Shoot. Well, the roundup's over now, and things ought to ease off, so I think I better get ready to go.
Well, I can't say I haven't been expecting this. Well, I can't tell you how grateful I am for you staying on and helping. I just don't know how we'd have gotten along without you. Sure wish you didn't have your heart set on going, though.
Well, Ben, I appreciate the opportunity you've offered me here, but you know how it goes with me. So I'll be making plans to leave in a few days.
Will, just remember that, well, this is your home, and we're your family. Whenever you need us.
I won't forget.
Here you go, Laura. What you got there?
Sure is wonderful the way Adam improves every day.
It sure is.
Well, Ben told me you're planning to leave.
Yes.
Why, Will?
It'll be better for both of us if I go. It's impossible for me to stay here like this.
I know, but it can't be for much longer. He's getting better every day.
Laura, he can't walk. It may be years before he can, if ever.
No. No, Will, that's not true.
Wishing won't change anything. We can't think of being together as long as he's like that. That's why, darling, I have to go.
No. No, he'll get well, and then we can tell him.
We can't live our lives out in that hope. What are we supposed to do in the meantime? Torture ourselves?
Well, I'll always love you.
Yeah, I heard. Part at least. Enough to know the truth.
I'm sorry.
Don't be, I understand.
We were coming to tell you before you had your accident. Adam, there was never anything behind your back.
I know. Neither one of you could. I told you I understood.
I'll be packed and gone by tonight.
But you can't do that, Will. You gotta take Laura with you.
No, this doesn't change anything.
Will, listen to me. Weeks ago, my father tried to point out to me that I wasn't so much in love with Laura as I was the idea of being married, of having a home. But I wouldn't listen to him. I was too intrigued with building that house. But these past few weeks of lying in bed in this wheelchair give me a chance to realize that my father was right.
Adam!
Now, let me finish. I suppose I haven't told Laura the truth because I was afraid of hurting her.
So now you're making a sacrifice so I can have her, huh?
No. What I told you just now was the truth.
Look, I admire what you're trying to do, but it just won't work.
Well, I swear I'm telling you the truth.
I hope that someday Laura does marry you. She'll be a lucky girl.
Now your father will be out in a few minutes to start your exercises.
Laura, I'd like to talk to you a minute.
All right. What about?
About you and Will.
What do you mean?
I mean that I know that you and Will are in love.
How could you?
Doesn't matter. The important thing is that I know. It's all right, Laura. Go to it.
I can't.
Sure you can. You love him? Marry him.
But what about you?
I'm all right. I love you, Laura, and I'll always love you. But not the way Will loves you, and not the way you love Will. Marry him. Live on your ranch. There's no need for Will to run away to San Francisco now.
Adam, why couldn't we have talked like this before?
Before my accident. You know, Laura, I think I've known all along that it would never really work out with us in marriage. Please believe me.
I believe you. But Will won't. He'd always feel guilty.
Don't let him. Make him believe.
I can't. I know. It's too late, Adam.
What's Laura upset about? What are you talking about?
About getting married.
I thought you decided to postpone the wedding until you'd completely recovered.
We're talking about me. Talking about Will and Laura. They're in love.
Sorry.
You remember you were trying to tell me that maybe it wasn't Laura I was in love with so much as it was the idea of building my own Ponderosa? Well, you were right. These last few weeks, I've finally realized it.
Well, we better tell him.
I tried. But Will wouldn't believe me. He thinks I'm making some noble sacrifice. And Laura feels the same way. That they can't have a marriage as long as I'm in this chair.
I'm well packed. I'll spend the night in town so I can catch the early morning stage.
I'll tell Laura that you're leaving.
Yes?
Will is leaving. You mind if I borrow the buckboard?
No, just leave it at the livery stable. We'll have it picked up.
So soon?
When you finally decide, you might as well go.
Peggy's going to be very disappointed she didn't get back in time to say goodbye.
Say goodbye for me. I'll send her something from San Francisco. Adam? Keep up those exercises. Ben? Goodbye, Ben. Thanks for everything.
You remember what I said?
About this being your home. I won't forget. Goodbye, Laura.
Bye, Will.
Go to him. See, I don't need you. He doesn't have an excuse now for not marrying you, has he?
Oh, Adam, thank you. Thank you. Will?
Let's go inside and give him a little privacy.